All right, guys, we're going to do math boxes 7-10. If you have not done them already, turn this video off and go do them, and then you can turn the video back on to check your work or if you had any questions. Okay? Here we go. This first one's quite easy. Look at the number line. The triangle started at 0. Write a fraction to show how far it moved. But you can see that this number line is divided into thirds. And so when it just made one move across the number line, it made 1 out of 3 moves, so 1/3. That's pretty simple. All right, number 2, solving these multiplication problems. Notice that every single one of them is times 4. If you don't know the fact immediately, if you don't know it's 7 times 4 or 8 times 4, if you don't know these facts immediately, guys, remember what our strategy is for times 4. Okay, anytime you multiply by times 4, it's just double, double. Okay, that means you take the other factor, you double it, and then you take that and you double it again. For some of you who have trouble with double, double, remember we talked about quadruple tapping. So if I'm doing 4 times 7, I can put up 7 fingers, and I can tap each finger 4 times. Okay, remember when we tap our fingers, we tap twice at the bottom and twice at the top. Okay, so we can either do quadruple tapping or we can do double, double. It just depends on what strategy works best for you and which one you're the fastest at. Remember, the point is to eventually memorize these facts. But if they're not committed to memory, having a strategy that you can find the answer very, very quickly. Okay, so 7 times 4, if I take 7 and I double, double it, 7 and 7 is 14. 14 and 14 is 28. All right, 8 times 4, again, I'm going to use the double, double strategy. So I know that 8 plus 8 is 16. And then when I do 16 plus 16, I'm going to have 32. All right, doing times 12, I'm going to double 12. 12 and 12 is 24, and then 24 plus 24 is 48. And then this 15 times 4, guys, 15, doesn't that make you think of the clock? Okay, so when we have our clock, remember we talked about, we used to do exercises in class where we would move 15 minutes. So 15, 15, 15, and 15. What is 4 times 15 on a clock? That would equal our 60 minutes, right? So 15 times 4 is 60. All right, let's go to number 3. It says Sasha's new dishwasher uses 28 liters of water per load. Remember this word we talked about, per, is the same thing as saying each. Okay, so right there I have a clue that I'm going to probably be doing some multiplication. Sasha's family ran the dishwasher 3 times. Another clue that I'm going to be doing multiplication. How many liters of water did they use? If they ran that dishwasher 3 times, and each time they used 28 liters of water, we're going to be doing 28 times 3. Okay? Now guys, we just started working with multiplication with bigger numbers. Remember though, this isn't too big of a number that you couldn't go ahead and stack 28 3 times and go ahead and add it. Or we can go ahead and do our break apart strategy that we started working on, where we can break the 28 into 20 and 8. We can do 20 times 3 and then 8 times 3. 20 times 3, we can do 2 times 3 is 6. When I multiply by 10, put a 0 on the end. Okay, so my 20 times 3 is 60. And then when I do my 8 times 3, I have 24. And then when I put those pieces together, my answer should be 84. So 84 liters of water. Okay, guys, you could have added the 28 3 times, or you could have used the break apart strategy. Okay, now your parents are probably sitting in there in the background, and they're probably telling you, well, in the old days, we just did 28 times 3, and then we did this, and we did this, and we did this, and that's fine. If your parents want to show you that and you understand it, that's fine. But also remember, explain to your parents that our new math is just breaking it apart so that you can see why this works, okay? You will eventually get to this and you'll be a master at it, but right now I need your brain to know that when you're doing 28 times 3, you're really doing 20 times 3 and 8 times 3, okay? All right, moving on to the next one. You're going to shade the circle to match the fraction number story. So it says, Downa's cat ate 3/6 of a can of tuna on Monday. Shade it blue. So they already have it divided into 6 pieces. I'm going to shade 3 out of the 6. The cat ate 2/6 of the can of tuna on Tuesday. Shade it yellow. So I'm going to shade 2 out of the 6 yellow. And then the question is, what 6 of the can is left over? And so you can see that this is the piece that is left over, and there's 1 out of 6 left over. All right, and number 5. Look at the picture in number 4. Do you think the cat ate half of the can of food on Monday? Explain. And so, boys and girls, the blue is what the cat ate on Monday. Did the cat eat half the can on Monday? Okay, hopefully you can see that. You can see that half of the can is shaded in. And so you can explain that half of that circle is shaded in, or you can even, in words, explain that 3 out of 6 is shaded in, and 3 is half of 6. All right, and those are your math boxes for 7-10. I'll see you in the next lesson.